Somewhere deep, far beyond the walls of your unconscious mind is where these stories come from. You're listening to Yards from the Bog.
Do you hear that? That dragging, plop, drag, plop. That I don't know when the humming started. That I think it evolved naturally. God, that sound, that tune, it follows me everywhere now. When I'm awake, when I try to sleep, when I'm recording, when I'm not, especially when I'm not. If you're listening to this, thank you. I mean that. I really do, because I don't know how many more of these I can make. I'm running out of time. Okay? Did you hear it? No? Not yet? Not yet. Okay. I'm not in my usual studio. I'm sorry. I had to leave. Obviously, I had to run, really. I'm somewhere else now, somewhere isolated. I can't tell you where. It wouldn't matter anyway. It will find me. Listen, I guess I'm getting ahead of myself, okay? You deserve more than that, people. You've been, if you've tuned into this show, you've heard me. You deserve more context, more than just the frayed ends of whatever the hell it is I'm trying to say here. Listen, I started this podcast about a year ago, a little more than, back in May of 2024, and it feels like a lifetime now. I'm 40 years old, middle class, nothing special. I've been a musician, a writer, creative type, I made some less than quality choices along the way, the kind that follow you sometimes, but I wasn't perfect, and I understand that, and I ended up a single father, and that's when I started making better decisions. I quit drinking alcohol. Following my excitement in life, and I was having a tough time figuring out what that was. Okay, and so I started this podcast, and no, I didn't have a plan, no direction. I tried everything, comedy bits, political rants even. guided meditations, my music, weird experimental bullshit, whatever I was excited about that week. I was having fun. I was creating, existing in a way that felt real. But that was back when I thought I had a choice. I was trying to figure out what I wanted to do. Did I want to make music? Did I want to tell stories? I was figuring it out. Yeah, right. Do you hear it? It started about 4 months. 4 months into the start of the show last year. I've been maintaining a regular schedule, mostly. I was recording, uploading once a week. Sometimes, I'd missed. We went to the lake once. But sometimes you fall back into old habits too. Growing up the way I did, ambition was, sometimes it wasn't there. Procrastination always was, But when I started the show, I was beating it. I was on top of it. No more procrastinating. No more fucking around. I was doing it, doing what I wanted to do. Well, like I said, about 4 months in, one night I was lying in bed, scrolling through my phone, avoiding other work like I, sometimes would do. And I heard it for the first time, the footsteps. I can't call them footsteps. It's a footstep and a dragging or a scratching, like something lugging something along, is slow dragging, something like something heavy being pulled across the floor above me, despite the fact I live in a ranch style home. I told myself it was the roof, maintenance, something settling. But then I heard breathing. I froze. I just laid there in the dark, frozen, listening. My daughter in the other room, if something were to come in, I wouldn't like to think about it. But then I heard my door handle turn. My door handle. I hadn't locked it. I live in a nice neighborhood, but the door began to open. And that's when I saw it. God, I don't know how to describe it. It was taller than it should have been. Hunched over like its spine couldn't quite support its weight anymore. The skin was gray, not corpse gray, but like old meat left out too long. Molted. Wrong. It stood in my doorway, swaying slightly, and just looked at me. I couldn't move, couldn't scream. I was paralyzed. There's this a sleep paralysis demon, maybe. Whatever it was, I just stared back at it. And then it spoke. And when it spoke, it used my voice. Come back. It said, come back to us. Come back to nothing. I don't remember the rest of that night. I blacked out. Like back in my old drinking days. I don't remember drinking, but I blacked out, I think. And when I woke up, it was morning. My door was closed and locked. I convinced myself it must have been a nightmare. And I locked my door, But that night, when I went to bed, I heard the footsteps again, or the dragging, the plop. This time I locked my door. I know I did. But that didn't matter. No, it came back every night. Every night that and it's any moment that I sat back, tried to relax, it would come back. At first I thought I was losing my mind. Sleep paralysis, like I said, stress, hallucinations. I Googled everything, tried sleeping pills, meditation apps, white noise machines. Nothing worked because it wasn't in my head. Well, it was in my head, but it was also real. Do you understand what I'm saying? People, can you understand that? I started working more, recording every day, editing for hours. If I was creating something, anything, no matter what it was, as long as I was doing something, creating something, then it stayed away. Then I wasn't hearing it anymore. But then it started creeping into my work. Unless I was recording a story. Then it stopped. I started finally really focusing on the horror stories because I'd done 4 of them last year in October, and now I was committing myself to them because as long as I was telling these stories, when I was performing them like a good little monkey performing them, well, then at least I'd get a few hours of peace. It was the only thing that was keeping them at bay. I thought I'd figured it out. Work equals safety. Create equals survive. But it got bolder. I started seeing it during the day, at the grocery store, at the end of the aisle, in my car's rearview mirror, standing in the road behind me, always too far away to make out clearly, but close enough to know that it was there. And then it started changing. The more I looked at it, the more I recognized something in its face, something familiar. The shape of its jaw, the slope of the shoulders. It looked less like a gray demon and more like me. More the way it sounded, a dead version of me. A rotting, shambling version of who I used to be. I could hear it. It's taunting me with vocals, taunting me with song, apparently, whatever the hell it was saying. I think I know, but I don't want to feel it. Not yet. I hate this feeling. I'm not working right now, so it's here. But I got to now. Right now, I've got the laptop on. I'm talking to you, so I can keep it away. At that time, I didn't know what to do. I left my house. I tried to stay at a friend's house. I had my daughter trying to find where I was as I ran to a motel. No place I went, it didn't matter. It followed me everywhere. Every time I rest, every time I stop creating, it gets closer. It whispers through the walls now, too, in my voice. Always my voice. Remember how easy it was? Remember how simple? No middle of nowhere now. I won't tell you where, it doesn't matter, but it's some abandoned ranger station I found. Don't worry about it. There's no cell services, no internet. I don't know how this is ever going to get out, but it's recording, and that's what matters. I'm recording. I'm talking. I drove 8 hours with a mobile recording rig in my trunk because I thought maybe if I isolated myself completely, but somehow it doesn't matter because it is outside right now. Standing outside my door. I know it is. I can hear it. The face, I've seen the face clearly now. Last night, it pressed against the window, and the moonlight hit it just right. It's... Who do you think? It's me. It's my face. Not exactly. It's wrong. It's off. The features are melted, sagging like a distorted mask that doesn't fit right. The eyes are sunken deep, and the mouth hangs open, but it's me. The me I was. Maybe the me I still am. I don't know. Doing that too. That song, that fucking song. It's the song I used to hum. I know the tune. It's a tune I knew when I was younger. So I'm thinking if it only comes when I stop, when I'm not creating. It's like it feeds on stillness, on the moments between action, right? So what does that make me? What am I if I'm only real when I'm working? I'm not nothing, okay? I'm not just empty space between projects. That's not all there is to my being. I've got to be more than this. Stop it. I exist. I'm here. There? No. Well, it's here now. No, I am not. I am not your prey. I am not passive. I choose. I create. Every recording is proof. It's proof that I exist. That's why I'm making this. I'm not just matter, just dead weight. I'm alive. I'm choosing this. It doesn't care. It taunts me, and it makes me record day after day, night after night. I can change the name. It doesn't matter. Use my name, change the name of the podcast. It doesn't fucking matter.
I did plan this out a little bit.
It's sending machines.
I took out my pocket.
Do you hear that?
Very sharp, unfortunately.
It's sending.
I grinned and bettered it.
What do you want?
Dug the blade into the side of my belly.
The door's locked. The door here is locked. All right, I locked it myself. That was my choice.
Covered up with the gauze. I did a perfect job.
I could keep running, keep creating, keep choosing to exist as this terrified, this always, this thing always fleeing, or...
And I put it on the gauze, and I caught the bleeding, and I put it together, and then I had a nice 1 inch.
It can't come in unless I open the door, unless I choose to open it. It is my choice to let it in here. But if I stop creating...
I put it in my pocket. I wrapped it up in some paper towels first. I want to make sure that the meat and skin didn't seep through the fabric.
It's my choice.
And I put it in my pocket.
If I hit stop,
I washed my hands. And
I don't know if you consume
the dinner.
It's staring through the door at me. It's on its way, and I
got my friend
choosing
a plate.
I am making the choice.
He was
to
very
stop.
appreciative, and I watched
I am
him
done.
swallow that flesh whole. Oh, he swallowed a little piece of me.
I will be recording again. I have
It's a
no
joke.
It is my choice.
How could he know?
I will record. It is my
mixed right
choice.
in.
So I'm sure that you'll be hearing
felt
from me again.
different texture,
Let's be
but he didn't
let's be
say
optimistic. If I'm going to hit stop,
say anything.
and it's not going
And I went home. How?
to rip me apart.
That's it?
Let's be optimistic.
I checked
I'm going to hit
myself when I
stop,
went home, too. There was
and
no
it's not
blood
going to
anywhere.
rip
There was
me
no
apart.
paper to
This
find out what
gray, dying, melting version of me is not going to eat me from the inside out. Let's be positive. Let's stay positive, people. Okay? So I'm signing off. Everybody, stay positive. When I hit stop, it is not going to come through that door. Okay? And if it does, well, then I'll just hit record again and bring you another story. Okay? So it works out for everybody, right? Right? This works out. I'm happy. I'm happy to be doing this. Welcome to Yarns from the Bog. I'm so happy to bring you this new wonderful podcast. See? You see, I am. What do you what do you think I'm doing? It's so we thank you for tuning in. He'll stay at bay. He'll stay out there. I'm sure.
Something that this way walks unalive and never still. Something that this way talks quiet silence down the hill. Something that this way walks
Unalive and
unalive and never still.
something dead this way.
Something that this way talks
Quiet silence.